Good evening, brothers. It has been my honor and it has been my pleasure to serve you for the last 12 years as a member of your national board and for the last 2 years as your grand president. 47 years ago, the last thing I thought about doing was joining a fraternity. But then I found SigEp, and I joined because I recognized it was different. SigEp changed my life. It is hard for me to imagine how my undergraduate experience could have been any better than it was. And I will tell you that my alumni and volunteer experience has been even more rewarding and worthwhile. Over the last decade, we have accomplished so much together, and we have changed so many lives for the better. Today, we stand stronger than we ever have in our history. But my brothers, it is time to acknowledge that fraternities have real problems. On February 4th this year, 18-year-old Timothy Piazza died from a fall caused by excessive drinking during a fraternity rite of passage at Penn State. 8 of his brothers have been charged with manslaughter. Last December, a SigEp at Texas A&M was found dead in our house from a lethal mix of alcohol and drugs. In June, the county assessor in West Lafayette, Indiana, assessed back taxes to our Indiana Alpha chapter at Purdue, citing that they had not performed as a legitimate nonprofit educational entity based on their conduct. Last month, the faculty at Harvard voted to ban Greek organizations from their campus in 4 years. And just a few weeks ago, the parents of a Drexel student sued 2 fraternities after their son suffered a debilitating brain injury from an alcohol-infused fight. My brothers, it is time. It is time to acknowledge that fraternities have become a place which incubates and accelerates substance abuse. Society and higher education are saying no more and are rightfully challenging our very existence. It is time to acknowledge that our founders never had this in mind. Our principles are virtue, diligence, and brotherly love. And our mission is building balanced men. Nowhere in our history has there ever been a mission around building the most economic drinking environment. It is time to acknowledge that we are part of the problem. Fraternities face their own unfortunate truth. The desire of incoming students to engage in substance abuse is going down dramatically, but the rate of substance abuse in fraternities is going up. Traditional rush actually draws people who like the idea of substance abuse to the fraternity system. My brothers, it is time. It is time to break away. If we are going to be true to our values, we can no longer rely on traditional rush as our source of members. And we must make our homes dedicated to the academic pursuit we have all committed to. It is time to make all our chapters RLCs, not just the best SigEp chapters, but all SigEp chapters. It is time to make a change. Many worried that substance-free legislation may jeopardize our relevance or not be the safest solution. These arguments may be fair enough if you're thinking about the next year or two. But I will tell you, standing here tonight, if we don't change, fraternities will be abolished in the next 10 years. I would rather write the rules of the road and lead the effort to sustain our existence and not watch fraternities die. My brothers, it is time. It is time to step up to our mantra that this fraternity will be different. It is time to realize that we are at the very nexus of change. It is time for us to take the leadership position that we have always taken. It is time for us to realize that others will follow, and they will follow. It is time for us to lock arms together and march in unison toward the new realities that we face. It is time for us to honor those who came before us and enrich the futures of those who are yet to wear the golden heart of Sigma Phi Epsilon. I dream of a time when every university asks to have a SigEp chapter on their campus because they realize we are part of the solution. My brothers, I know you will make the right choices this week. The Grand Chapter always has. I know that we will be on the right side of history here in Orlando. I am confident in your leadership and your willingness to be thoughtful about these issues. Tonight, we have seen the very best of SigEp. I join with all our past Grand Presidents to say how very proud we are of the accomplishments of our Buchanan Cup chapters and the leadership they have taken on their campuses. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given me to serve Sigma Phi Epsilon. It is something that I never imagined in my wildest dreams when I stepped onto the campus of Central Missouri 47 years ago. I am proud to have followed in the footsteps of so many Grand Presidents who have preceded and inspired me, and I welcome them here tonight to be honored by you.
Anybody's got the power. They don't see it 'cause they don't understand. Spinning round and round for hours. You and me, we got the world in our hands. Everyday people do everyday things, but I can't be one of them. I know you hear me now. We are a different kind. We can do anything. We could be
My brothers, we can do this together. Good night and be well, my brothers.